with suitable examples. Try that. Tell me, what are the main features of band?
So, sir, when you mean band, we're talking about band society. Are both the same?
No. Sorry. Am I audible? Unmute yourself.
Yes.
Unmute yourself
Yes,
and
you are.
speak.
Audible,
Vishal,
sir.
you are saying something?
I was saying, when you mean band, is it same as band society that we discussed?
No, I am not able to follow.
Am I audible? You're not audible to me, sir. Sunil, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Sir, you're not audible, I think. You're very faintly audible. Sir.
Hello. Gayatri, am I audible to you?
Yes, yes.
No.
You are
Sir
audible
is-
to me.
No, but sir is not able to say.
No, sir is not audible.
Yeah. I'm playing fastest finger first. As soon as sir asks, am I audible? I'll say yes or no.
Hello.
Now you are.
Okay. Fine. So now answer that question. Characteristic features of band.
Sir, I have written a few.
Hmm.
So it is first of all egalitarian.
First, why don't you tell the economy part?
Okay.
Hmm.
So
Cover techno economy first.
hunting gathering mostly.
Hunting gathering. Okay. Next.
They are egalitarian.
No, hunting gathering technology. And who hunts, who gathers?
Members of the band.
That's true. But in terms of gender,
Okay, hunts. Hunting is man.
man
Gathering
and
is women.
man and woman. Okay. And next, no, anything on technology and economy. Demography,
Territorial based. And they have 8 sects.
Hmm?
Age based groups. Age and gender based groups.
age and gender-based groups. Age and gender-based groups. I mean, say they have groups. How are these groups related
No,
to?
power actually. Sorry, not group.
Hmm.
The power, the rights they have, it is aged and gender based.
Okay, fine. Age and gender-based. Okay. How about population density?
It's low.
Low. Movement.
Territorial is confined. I mean, they don't venture more, but they are nomadic.
They are nomadic. How can you say they don't venture more? They
Okay.
have a territory, but they are nomadic. Okay. And then after that, any specialization? No specialization other than age and gender. Some may be experts.
Right, we in turbulent be.
Stratification?
Yes, sir?
Stratification?
No.
Okay. And then leadership?
Unifying leadership.
Unified leadership.
Unified.
What is meant by unified leadership?
So they don't have any power, prestige, or any such thing.
What is meant by unified leadership?
All of them agree that this will be our leader.
That won't be called unified leadership. You're referring to informal leadership.
I don't know.
One person may not be designated clearly as a leader. Informal leadership. Okay. Okay. Then give suitable examples. Which example will you consider? See, I read one video on bureau foragers. Okay. You can take that as an example. Okay. We will do that separately. I'll give the material on that. But otherwise, I made 4 videos on four types of economy. So you can use that as an example of PVTG, as an example of forager. Okay, bureaus of Central India. Okay, you can give that as example. But then, how do you define band? That is an issue. Not many understand what actually is band. What is meant by a band? How do you define a band?
Small groups with their own leader.
We are meeting in small groups, so we call them bands.
Like highest level of political organization.
Highest level of political organization is band. But what is band then? Highest level of political organization is band. But what is band? I can tell you, many people don't understand.
Small groups in hunting gathering society. We are not in hunting
Small
gathering.
groups in hunting gathering society. But how small should they be? Do you mean to say if the group is 100, then it won't be a band? And if it is 20, then it is a band?
They have their own leader. Any number with a leader.
Any number of leaders.
One leader. Any number of people with one leader.
Any number of people with one leader. Then,
Small community where everybody knows everybody.
Why should, if the community is big, then?
So it should be small, such that everybody knows everybody, and it should be nomadic, and hunting gathering
Suppose it is not
economy.
nomadic. Suppose it is not nomadic, then you won't call it a band.
It may not be nomadic, but from what I've understood from the book is that it is small in nature, so such that uh, everybody knows each other.
Suppose it is big and everybody knows one another. One very important thing is you need to know the distinction between community and society. Community and society. Okay. Community is people knowing each other. People knowing each other. In a society, society is defined by culture. The definition of society is culture sharing. Societies can be large, can be small, but culture is the definition of society. Culture sharing is what makes it a society, a society. And in a society, there can be many communities. In a society, there can be many communities. And when there is no political organization across the communities, then it is a band level of organization. And what is a community? People know each other. Let me tell you, community is people knowing one another. It is not about the size, but of course, small enough that they should know. But the definition is they know one another. So one another is a unit, and there is some other community, and there is nothing that is supervising both these communities. Then you say it is a band level of organization. So what is a band organization? It is nothing but a society in which there is no organization beyond a community level. Tell me if this is clear to you. When there is no political organization beyond a community level, then you say in this society, it is band level of organization. Students have difficulty in understanding what is a community and what is a society and what is a band. They generally think band is some gang of people moving around. Okay, you need to know community. It is not having beyond community level is band. Why they may not have such a refined understanding is that they don't read a book. They just read some material, disconnected material. Emmer and Emmer has explained very, very clearly. What is a community? What is a society? What is a band level of organization? So nothing beyond community level makes it band. Then hunter-gatherers, then you know all the features, and then give some ethnographic examples. You have some examples now, and let me tell you, you are going to have many, many, many more examples, because in tribal India, we are going to do northeastern tribes, we are going to do Andaman Nicobar Islands. Okay, we are going to take a lot of time once this is over, but then less frequently. We may take classes till February end. Okay, because anyway, you will have to do physical anthropology. But then fewer classes, but we'll be doing them. So you'll have many examples from Andaman Nicobar Islands, from Northeast. So you don't have to worry about examples. You will have so many of them. Is it clear? So get it conceptually. It is about community level organization, and nothing beyond is band level of organization. Is it clear? And then another thing is that there can be foragers who are beyond band level. For example, fishers. Fishing communities can have complex stratification also, because at certain places fishing is so abundant that they are not nomadic, and a large number of people are staying at one place in the near west coast of US. Okay, there are a large number of fishing communities. So who are not nomadic, who are not band level, but then technically they come under foragers. Technically they are food collectors. So fishing is different from hunting and gathering. So there are some societies where fishing led to large scale societies. So you need to know very clearly what is a society, what is a culture, what is a community, and what is a band. Is it clear? We are going to have so many examples, and don't worry about the examples.
Sir, one doubt. So if a small family and it's like isolated in some desert island, so that would be called a band.
No. Family is not a band.
No,
Family.
because people know each other in the family.
People
So
know
first
each
condition
other,
is settled.
but we are, when by community we mean beyond family.
Okay.
Beyond family, and family can never live in an isolated way. How about incest rule? Many other things. So a group of families will be there in a band. It's not one family, group of families. How will there be marriage? And remember, band is not a society. There are bands in a society. There are bands in a society. A society consists of bands. So tell me, are these concepts clear? Normally, teachers do society and culture in the beginning, and after that they cover the syllabus. But we have covered the syllabus and refining these words of society and culture. We're doing it backwards. Is it clear now? What is a society? What is a culture? What is a band? And what is a family? Band consists of families. Society consists of bands. And next, another concept I am going to tell you, that you can ask anybody, if anybody tells this concept accurately, then you can, that is something like a news. The meaning of tribe. So take another question. Band and tribal societies. Band and tribal societies. Now, what is the difference between band and tribe? The most important confusion to the student is that the tribe here is used differently from the tribe we use in Indian anthropology or in the context of India. Tribe in political anthropology has a specific meaning. Tell me, what is it? What is the meaning of tribe as opposed to band? Can you try? Now that we discussed what is community, what is society, and what is a band, you can guess what tribe may be. Of course, you did read, but now we are refining. So what is the difference between tribe and band? Here we are referring to tribal level of political organization. Chanchus are a tribe. Avos are a tribe. We are not talking like that. Gonds are a tribe. We are not using the word tribe in that sense. So we are using the word tribe as a type of political organization. And what is that? Can you try, Sweta? What is a tribe?
So, a tribe is a territorial population. It may have a kin or a non-kin.
But what is an important thing about tribe? When will you say this is a tribal level of organization?
Uh, when they when they settle, all the occupations they cover there, like they have a complete settlement there.
But that can be a band.
But band could be nomadic. They move from one place to other.
That's true. But even when they move within a particular territory. It's not that they go anywhere. So bands also may have some territory, but within that they move. Vishal, can you attempt using your understanding of band?
Uh, I think it's subgroups within a community.
Subgroups within a community. You mean to say tribe is smaller than a community? Gayatri, can you try?
Sir, you told that there are no political structures across communities in band. In tribe, there are political structures across
Exactly.
communities.
There are across community political structures in band. That is the definition. across community is tribal level of political organization. Okay. So in a band, highest political organization is at the community level. In a tribe, across the community political organizations are there. And they can be temporary or they can be permanent. But essentially, across community network is there. Then you say it is a band level of organization. Sorry, tribe level of organization. So community, people knowing one another. So if the highest is only at the community level, band. If there are across the community structures, then it is tribal. So tribal level of political organization is not the same thing as the way we normally use the word tribe. Chansus are a tribe, Nagas are a tribe, Gonds are a tribe. But this is a different thing. This is about tribal level of political organization used in a specific way. So here bands and tribes refer to tribe as a political organization. Okay. So what are the instances of tribal level of political organization? Remember, you two instances, segmentary lineage and age sets. Age sets and a segmentary lineage. In a age set, across the communities, there is grouping. For example, Karimojong of Uganda have age sets. The society is divided into 4 generation sets, not yet, junior, senior, and retired. And each generation set, 1 to 5 age sets. So people are declassified into certain age sets and they move from nothing to junior and junior to senior, senior to retired. So what does it mean? It means that in each community, there are some people who call themselves belonging to senior and they are related. And some who are belonging to senior and retired. Or some are belonging to retired. So which means they all think that they belong to one group. They are not living together, but there is a connection. So seniors have certain functions, juniors have certain functions, which means across the community, there is networking with specified functions, which means it is a tribal. Are you following? People definitely draw the diagram of age set and things like that, they memorize, but they don't understand in what sense it is tribal. Is the point clear to you? It is tribal in the sense that there is grouping across the communities. Okay. And next, another thing is segmentary lineage system. Society is divided into segmentary lineages. Okay. Just like a society is divided into one big lineage, you can go through this. Example like this. Divided. This is one division. This is this one division, and then lineages. Okay. If there is a conflict between these two, only these two people will quarrel. But if there is a conflict between this and this, then this entire thing may quarrel. Like this. So it's like ganging up. Segmentary lineage is about dividing into lineages, smaller lineages and bigger lineages, branching and ganging up. It is similar to your children versus your brother's children. But then if some distant person is coming, you and your brother versus that distant person, like that, ganging up. But that ganging up helps in certain ways when they have to give a united fight. Then I gave certain cases where segmentary lineage system is there. They were in a better position to offer resistance to the colonial rule, or they were in a better position to consolidate their power compared to other tribes. So you can read that, but what is important here is that there are across the community political structures. That is what that makes them as tribe. Is it clear? So give examples of segmentary lineage and then age sets.
Sir, we also have a political organization beyond the community, so we can that by definition call tribals.
Tribal, yes. But then both tribal and band come under what are called stateless societies. Now take the next question. Differentiate between state and stateless societies. Oh. State and stateless society. Stateless society is a society with bands and tribes. One person classified that way, you can go through. Stateless are those with bands and tribes. Tribe comes under stateless. Whereas chiefdom and state are state societies. They use the word kingdom also. Kingdom also is a state. Nation is a state. We'll see how nation is different from state, but nation is also a state. So the difference is that in a chiefdom, you have one person across the communities or at a society level or within a society. Across the communities, one person or a council, chiefdom, where you can think of modes of exchange also. By chiefdom time, redistribution becomes important. Things gather to chiefdom, to chief, and then they go back to the people. So redistribution, from reciprocity to redistribution. But then we also discussed chiefdom is rank level of organization. This we did under stratification, rank level, where chief will have power differences, will not have power differences, will not have resources differences, but there can be prestige differences. We discussed 3 dimensions of stratification. There can be prestige differences in chiefdom. Chief and some members of certain families may have higher prestige, but not much in terms of resources or in terms of power. Power and prestige we discussed are different. Prestige is about honor. Power is the ability to force things on others. Okay. And when will chiefdom become a state? Chiefdom becomes a state when not only prestige, but power, wealth differences come up, and then things come to the chief, but very little goes away to the people. Okay. And then to maintain power, you have army. So certain things go to the chief, but then they will also go back to the people. This is chiefdom. But in a state, many things will come and very little will go from the king. It means the king will accumulate a lot of resources, will be wealthy, He will have power, army. We discussed the state many times. We discussed when the states emerged, Indus Valley. When did the states emerge? Later, second level of urbanization. So states, urbanization, irrigation system, intensive agriculture, all that we discussed, and stratification. The difference between chiefdom and state is that there is a chief, but no power differences, no wealth differences, but some kind of redistribution and prestige differences, which means very loose. But still, it is called a state society. State society. So, a society in which there is a state level of organization are two types, chiefdom and state. So that is the difference between state level, stateless societies and state societies. Stateless societies have bands and tribes. State societies have chiefdom and state. And by Indus Valley, we had states. Before that, there were bands and tribes and chiefdoms. By intensive agriculture, you are bound to have a state. So what is the evolution of political system from band to tribe, tribe to chiefdom, chiefdom to state, and after that, political systems evolved to become nation states. Nation is a more recent thing. So this is how evolution of, and when economy changes, by state time, irrigation, agriculture, intensive agriculture comes. So describe the evolution of the political systems. Evolution of the political systems. So in this evolution, you can include nation state in the end. Nation states in the end. Okay, nation states. India is a nation state. What is the difference between nation and state? We discussed before. State is about control system, an army and a control. Territory, control, power is a state. Whereas a nation is about sense of belongingness. Gandhi is a father of nation. He's not a father of a state. State was there before. So state is simply territoriality, power and army. State does not have any emotional connotation. There is nothing like patriotic to the state. People are patriotic to the king, like that. But nation is a different thing. Okay. So states require loyalty to the king, but nations require loyalty to the idea of a nation, nationalism. We discuss the issues related to nationalism. So nationalism is a different issue. Nation state is a different issue. Otherwise, state. So band to tribe to chiefdom and nation state. So this is the evolution. Nation is a recent thing. During colonialism, the idea of nationalism spread. So that is about evolution. Then factors affecting ethnic boundaries giving, so we'll discuss. We are going to do a lot of things. So you will have, don't worry about the specifics of this question, because you are going to do many tribes, many societies. You are going to have a lot of examples, so you have superior understanding. Okay. Okay, tell me, any questions on this? So you go for more examples, and I quoted some anthropologists' names, for example, who defined it like this, and then the definitions and some examples. So you memorize. Okay, that's all. Now come to law. Discuss different social control mechanisms in simple societies. mechanisms in simple societies. Discuss different social control mechanisms in simple societies. Okay. So the issue is social control. Social control and law. See, social control. Social control. Socialization. Law. What do these terms mean? Social control, socialization, and law. Okay. Tell me, when do you say something is a law? Again, this concept is rarely understood. So the problem with anthropology students is that they don't read a proper textbook. They just memorize certain guides and material. That is why the concepts are very poor. So students give lots of examples of law, but they don't really understand what is a law. That is a problem. So tell me, what is a law? Vishal, can you try?
A set of rules that govern uh, the outcome, as in
Set of rules that govern the behavior. Then okay, you should do the ritual in this way. Then is it a law? You should respect your father. Is it a law then? And more importantly, when you say a set of rules, how is rule different from law? You are using another technical word. So there are rules in many contexts. So when will you say something is a law? A child is not listening and his father beats him up. Did he do it as per the law or against law or nothing to do with law? Or what? Why did he do what he did? You are learning. You are sitting in a particular way, thinking and then answering. Which law are you following? Or you are not following any law?
probably something that is enforceable, rule that enforceable, as in if you don't do this, or if you do this, we'll put you in jail or something.
Okay. Sweta, you want to try?
So law could be like formal principles, which are associated with the punishment if people don't abide by them.
But then when the child is not obeying, his father will beat him up. Will you call it a law?
No, sir.
Then why? Because he did not obey something and his father has beaten him. So there is a violation and punishment. Why do you say it is not a law?
So punishment would be given by the members, members of the society.
Exactly. Thank you. That is the thing. A violation that invites an outsider, that is law. Law is about the outsider. And that outsider is the collectivity of the society. Group is involved. In our society, policeman, judge, they are not really concerned about any offense done to them. It is about offense done by somebody to somebody else. But these people are all coming and the society pays for them, which means society is involved in punishing. So father beating is not law. Not beating is not a law. But if he beats to such a degree, then the state intervenes. Then one can say, this is beyond the father's duty. You have no right to do this to your son. And law can punish the father. Okay. Suppose father starves his son for 10 days by locking him in a room. Will law intervene? Very much. Law can say no. Somebody else can complain. Law can intervene. Law will say this is beyond social control. This is beyond socialization. So law is a part of social control. But social control includes law and then various tools of socialization, reward and punishment system, praise, compliment, all kinds of things. Social control is a larger word, more comprehensive. Law is only a specific thing. So law is a form of social control. You are studying part of social control. You want to do certain things, part of social control, because society has given you certain values. That is socialization. So socialization is done in such a way that the social norms are followed. There is an aspect of social control. And if they are not done, people are not respected. There is an aspect of social control. If they are done, people are praised. There is an aspect of social control. So social control involves a reward and punishment system. And socialization is around reward and punishment system. But when things fail and fail beyond an acceptable point, then outsiders enter the picture, then you call it a law. Okay. So one man beats another and another man, that man beats him back and they are fighting out. So somebody watches that they are not ending the fight anytime soon. And so he reports to a village council and village council meets and asks those two people, why are you beating? Why are you fighting? Tell me, is that a law? Yes or no? Why?
Because outsider asking.
Exactly. Village council involved. That's it. Village council. In some society, a chief is asked to mediate. A leopard skin chief. I give an example. So one kills the other and then goes to this chief and then seeks a sanctuary, and the chief is supposed to mediate between these two. And as long as he is mediating, the other person is not supposed to take revenge. It is allowed. Somebody put a fire to the forest and council meets and punishes him with what is called penal feast, that you have to arrange dinner for all of us. The law. So there are many colorful examples of law in various societies and you should memorize them and write. That's all.
Sir, what aspect of it is law, sir, as in the
What
example?
aspect of law? The aspect of the society. Society is coming to punish the violation. That is what law is.
So in the example of the leopard chief, say
Leopard chief is a social institution. So one goes and seeks mediation. And as long as he is mediating, other person is not supposed to take revenge. It is a sanctuary, which means social institution is being used. So that makes it a law.
so the whole process is the law, or say if I am in that community, I would say ki until I take until I
Until that mediation is
mediation is finished, you
finished,
can.
I can't take revenge.
So this is the law, as in
That is
this
the
is
law.
the law of our community.
That is the law of the community. That is the law of the community. And then he may punish, right? He may punish the aggressor or give compensation to the victim. And there is a process involved. So law is not something that has to be written, that has to be constitutional, that has to be passed by the legislature. No, this is how modern law emerged. But law existed even in simple societies. That is how an anthropologist by name Hoebel gave the definition. So Hoebel's definition, we are following Hoebel's definition. So name the anthropologists and give colorful examples of law across the societies. I gave some foreign examples and I gave some Indian examples. Indian examples taken from Madan and Majumdar and foreign examples taken from Ember and Ember. But what is important is that everybody gives those examples, but what people don't understand is that what precisely is law. So I'm just clarifying these concepts because these concepts are not understood. So that social component, that is people who are not directly affected, are coming into play. So mediation, votes, ordeals, all kinds of things. There are many, many colorful examples. But what is important is what is the law about it? Law is simply the entry of the society to punish is law. And punishment is violation beyond a point. Otherwise, normally reward and punishment system settle. So informal reward and punishment system, praise and abuse, settles so many deviations. But deviation beyond calls for law in any society. What is meant by justice? What is justice? Justice is nothing but somebody's rights or somebody's feelings are hurt, property destroyed. And what is done to compensate is justice. That's all. Justice here doesn't have a great philosophical meaning. Simply justice here simply means what wrong was done and how is wronged individual handled. So examples of law are also examples of justice. So law and justice in simple societies, same examples. So remember anthropologists, you remember examples, you remember societies. But more importantly, write what is law. And law is an aspect of social control. Because mostly socialization takes care of everything. But when it is failing, then law is entering the picture.
Can you repeat what justice is?
Justice is simply how a wronged individual compensated. So for example, how does customary, how does taboo serve as a means of social control? Taboo, okay, taboo as a means of social control. Means of social control. Tell me, what taboos will you take as examples?
Incest.
Incest, yeah. And taboos are also associated with totemism. Totemism related taboos, incest taboos. So how they control? You don't have to read so much about taboo and social control. You just take these taboos and then say how how deviation from them can invite law, invite severe punishment, supernatural sanction. So taboo is a social control. It's like that. How does customary law function in tribal society? Discuss its different sources. Same examples. Customary law, or you can make distinction between custom and law. What is it? Custom and law. Custom is simply a practice. But what is a law? Violated beyond a point is a law. For example, breaking engagement, can it be a legal offense? But breaking a marriage, it can be. It means engagement is a custom. Marriage is not only a custom, but it's also a law. Once married, law enters the picture. But engagement, law doesn't enter. Only custom. So what is the link between custom and law? Some customs are associated with laws. Breaking of that custom beyond a point will invite law. Law is about the society's action. Less than that, it is custom, tradition, whatever. Going naked in a street, can it invite legal punishment? Yes, very much. But walking in shorts, lady walking in shorts, daytime on the main road, say in Hyderabad, can it invite law?
No.
But what will it invite?
Social control.
Attraction, isn't it? But nobody can complain to police. Police can't do anything. Okay. So law is about unrelated people coming to punish. That is law. So Hoebel's definition is very insightful, which is valid across the societies.
I think the phrase "don't take law into your own hands"
Don't take law into your own hands means you are not the one to implement the law. There are appropriate authorities to implement the law. That's it. Because society has authorized some people to implement the law. So you can't take law into your hands. That's what it means. That's what it means. That's all. Nature of law and justice. Discuss the nature of law and justice in simple societies, citing suitable examples. Nature, you can work out the nature. In each thing, oaths, ordeals, essentially sometimes compensated, penal feast, very immediate, swift, democratic, okay, lot egalitarian. But then you can also take certain highly stratified societies, like a village. In a village, law can be ruthless. How an intercaste marriage, intercaste elopement. That's also a law and justice. But village now cannot be taken as a simple society. That is different. You take a tribal society then, fine.